This is Dr. Philip Snell. I'm hanging out here with Ken Crenshaw, the lead athletic trainer for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're at Athletes Performance in Phoenix, Arizona for Pablo Collage's DNS program here. Ken, I was just wondering, I know that you are integrating the DNS work with the Arizona Diamondbacks quite a bit. Can you share with us a little bit about how this has informed your work?
Yeah, it's a revolutionary approach, and it's one that's probably far from being mainstream at this point, but it's something I discovered probably about 7 years ago. I knew Craig Liebenson, and he was introduced to me by a guy named Leon Shatel. And Craig always told me, he said, hey, you need to go to one of these DNS courses. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. I went out to California, and they had a course in Redondo Beach. I took that, and I would say after the first day I was completely confused, thinking, man, did I get into the wrong course, or what's going on with this? So as I chewed on it over lunch, and I was in with another fellow of mine who actually works with us now, and we went out to lunch, started talking about it, and said, wow, it's fascinating, but how do we use it? So after 4 days of intense classwork with the A course, walked away thinking incredible stuff, don't quite know how to use it. So I went back for another A course, figured out the principles a lot more clearly than I did the first time, and actually got to meet some of the guys in the B course, and then spent some time with some local guys that are advanced practitioners along with Craig, and just got a sense of how do you use it in your practice. And that became kind of an eye-opener to me, how they used it, and then in my mind was, how can we use it in baseball?
So how can you use it in baseball? I know we work on a lot of cross-crawl patterns in the DNS system. Talk to me about how that works with your players.
Well, it's function is function, and all of the people that work with us on our team, our sports medicine team, all of our strength and conditioning coaches, athletic trainers, are all schooled in the DNS component of it, because I think, number one, they understand function as good as anyone, and that's the part that I think a lot of people miss. If you understand how developmental kinesiology leads to adequate or inadequate function, that's kind of the key to being able to fix somebody, is identifying their dysfunction and then trying to correct it, making it an adequate function. So how it intertwines into baseball is a whole nother thing, because baseball is kind of a dysfunctional sport to an extent. I mean, it's very repetitive. There's some incredibly high forces about the shoulder and elbow. Probably the highest known human movement is about the throwing shoulder in a professional baseball player. So that in itself creates a lot of asymmetry, a lot of overuse, a lot of dysfunction. So how we take the DNS stuff and intertwine it in is pretty unique, but it's really been something that's perpetuated our thought process and our philosophy quite a bit.
Excellent. I really appreciate you coming out and sharing your knowledge with us this weekend, Ken.
Thank you, Phil.
Take care.
Appreciate it.